And she know what I do like, oh, if I could hold you all night long.
At some point in all of our lives, we've all thought about how cool it'd be to have a music career or to be like our favorite rappers. And I think it's mostly because of how glamorized the rap industry is, with every rapper in social media flexing their wealth, cars, watches, and women. A lot of you grew up watching people like Drake, Future, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi, Lil Tecca, Lil TJ, Lil Pump. So it's pretty obvious why we have a generation of people who want to become the next big star, regardless of if they're actually talented or not.
They made fun of me in school because I had bifocal. My brother said he got Verizon, he got Boost Mobile. I just got a new job, I'm at the Walmart shopping center.
We have a generation of blowing up the most talentless rappers because they have some weird quirk or the memes are kind of funny. For example, the greatest female rapper, nay, the greatest rapper to ever grace the scene, Trap Bunny. You remember when Trap Bunny Bubbles had a chokehold in all of TikTok? That was a dark time, man. I still hear a voice in my head. Now, I was gonna make a video about the rappers that have blown up for the wrong reasons, but I thought that'd be kind of boring, so I'm making this instead.
Roll through the city, that little bitty, she gave me head on sight.
A large majority of Gen Z are extremely dedicated and passionate fanatics, which basically means that we are the biggest meat riders to date. And rappers like J. Cole, Kendrick, and Kenya? Okay, it's Kenya now. And rappers like J. Cole, Kendrick, and Kenya are the biggest examples of this. It doesn't matter what any three of these titans of the industry release, everyone is going to say it's the best thing they've ever heard. You will act like you have never heard music before. And I'm not being a hater, you'll just overreact.
Kanye West. No. Kanye West, oh my god, Mr. West! Mr. West!
Some of these rappers are so confident in their fans worshipping their arts that they intentionally release garbage just for the meme. Like, remember when Kenya released that song? I think a lot of us have been slightly brainwashed by TikTok and YouTube to see some of these rappers as almost godlike, to the point where slightly critiquing them is enough to emotionally trigger a lot of people. You really want to get on people's nerves? Go on TikTok and call J. Cole mid. I find it so funny when people aggressively defend rappers like they're getting paid or something. There are a few cognitive biases that affect the way a lot of artists are viewed on the internet, but the only two that are relevant for the context of this video are the halo effect and overall person perception. The halo effect is also sometimes referred to as the physical attractiveness stereotype, and the what is beautiful is also good principle. You can see evidence of the halo effect with rappers like J. Cole, where albeit he is very talented, you can't deny that public opinion of a rapper like J. Cole is so high that when someone who doesn't really listen to J. Cole is asked about their opinion of him, they can't help but conform by praising him or calling him the GOAT. Public opinion of him is so strong that it would be weird to be even indifferent about him.
Alright, so are you a J. Cole fan?
Yes.
I am.
Yeah. If you can name 5 songs off of this album, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, I'll give you the vinyl.
Oh god, there's no shot.
What's that song, Don't Save Her?
Wrong album.
The one you're talking about getting a hard on in class. You know that one?
This conformity to internet culture only goes to increase J. Cole's influence and status, kind of like the when it rains it pours idiom.
There's an area of study in psychology called person perception, where they look at what kind of information people can accurately extract from thin slices of behavior like photos and short video clips. And the science generally says that we're not very good at it. We can extract a little bit of information about sexual orientation, social class, whether someone's extroverted, but even then, we're only slightly better than chance. We're not that good at it.
And I see this a lot in the music industry, where people presume the genre of music someone makes, or in a more negative light, they assume that the music is going to be terrible. Let's play a game. Which one of these two guys do you think is a rapper? I will give you a few thumbs up. Now, I'm sure most of you picked the white guy in the cowboy hat because you were either trying not to stereotype, or you thought I was trying to trick you based on the rather unconventional nature of the question. But come on guys, it is 2023. Black people can be rappers too. As I've explained, the halo effect stands to help your career, but in some cases, it can destroy it too. The most recent case I can think of is the latest album released by Saweetie. Now, if you don't know who Saweetie is, she's my wife. About 6 months ago, Saweetie released an album called The Single Life, and it was reported that the album only sold 2,000 copies in the first week. And the internet being what it is, she was mocked and ridiculed on social media. Now, whether Saweetie's music is good or not is totally up to you, but the reason I bring up her case is to give you guys the negative side of the halo effect, and this tweet perfectly summarizes the point I was trying to make. 13 million followers, hundreds of thousands of likes on all pictures, and the album sold less than 2,000 copies. That's crazy. As kind of mean as this tweet is, you can't deny that there is some merit to it. Saweetie has amassed a large following of people who don't really care about her music. They aren't true fans of hers, they just follow her because she is undoubtedly very attractive. Chances are, a large majority of her audience are just horny teenagers that aren't really there for her music. They just want to see some ass. Now, before anyone pulls out the misogyny card, being made fun of for low album sales is pretty much culture for the rap industry. Hello guys, if you like the video so far, then please like and comment. Some of you know that I had to get a... Wait, cue the sad music please. Some of you guys know that I had to get surgery in my eye, so I couldn't upload for like 3 months, which you know kind of killed the channel a little bit. It's Operation Revive the ZSS channel over here, so any support would be greatly appreciated. Yes, I know Zeus has been a mid-YouTuber, whatever. Shut up. Social influence refers to the ways in which individuals change their ideas and actions to meet the demands of a social group. We are a lot more influenced by other people than we'd like to believe. A lot of our opinions aren't really ours. They are either adopted from people we look up to or by repetition from our social group. For example, if you scroll on TikTok and constantly listen to people talk about how Kanye is the GOAT, then you are likely to start to believe that Kanye is the GOAT, even if you don't really listen to Kanye. The quote, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend time with," comes to mind. Although I think that quote is kind of outdated now. In a generation dominated by social media and content, the quote needs to be updated. "You are the average of the 5 YouTubers you watch" seems more fitting, simply because of how influential a lot of the huge content creators are. Chances are you've been brainwashed to care about something that you wouldn't have even thought about if you didn't watch a 10-second TikTok about it. There is a lot of ego when it comes to music taste, especially online, where if you aren't listening to people in the same caliber of talent as Kanye West or Michael Jackson, then you aren't really listening to good music. And it becomes a case where people discredit other artists like Yeet, for example, because they don't produce meaningful music like Hobson or NF. Music taste is completely subjective, and some songs, albeit being lower quality, still serve a purpose. When I feel hype and energetic, I don't want to listen to an artist talk about the struggles of growing up in a bad neighborhood or the black struggle. I would genuinely like to listen to someone rapping about money and hoes and shooting their ops. I prefer some Yeet songs to some J. Cole songs, and I prefer some J. Cole songs to some Yeet songs. Nobody has a 100% success rate. Anyway guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I thought I'd try something different today. I don't know, I just felt like it. Let me know what you guys think about the factors that affect public opinion of an artist, outside the quality of their music, of course. I sound like a teacher giving out homework, but yeah. The glasses are back. Hello guys, welcome back to Zeus's Corner, a segment of the video where I'm just chill, I just talk about whatever I want. And on today's Zeus's Corner, I would like to talk to you guys about my first pet. Get some tissues bro, cause it's about to get emotional. Now, I was about 7 years old back in Nigeria, and every Christmas month in Nigeria, it's like a tradition, we buy a chicken, right? So for a few weeks we feed the chicken, give it a lot of food and water, just to fatten it up, you know, bulk it up, get the maximum meatiness, you know what I'm saying? Now this particular year, my grandmother made it my job to feed the chicken, and at first I was scared. I was petrified. But after a few days, I was able to like feed it and like give it water and stuff. It even let me like stroke its back sometimes. It was amazing. But this wasn't great because I grew very, very emotionally attached. Yes, I was emotionally attached to a chicken. I was 7, okay, let it slide. I would get back from school, change into my home clothes, go feed it and like play around with him. It was like my best friend, my child for a little bit. For like a few weeks, that was my daily routine, bro. That chicken was like my best friend. But one day, I get back from school and he wasn't there anymore. I feared the worst. My heart really did skip a beat. I was terrified. I walk over to like the cookery kind of place back in the house in Nigeria, right? I walk over there and I see like a bunch of fried pieces of chicken in a pot, and I knew what had happened, man. I'm not even trolling, bro. 7-year-old me was fucking crying, dog. my grandmother killed my best friend. You know how crazy that is? Man. And I was just heartbroken, man. Depressed about the inevitable. Later that night, I watched my entire family eat my best friend. I had been betrayed, but after a little bit, bro, I got kind of hungry too. So I was like, you know, what's done is done. I ate some of the chicken too. It was dead. It'd be a waste. Moral of the story: emotions are for the weak. Don't ever get attached to anyone or anything. Spread hate. I'm gonna cut that part out.